if I told you 5 years ago, you said, hey, what's the status of boxing in 5 years? I went, oh, I saw the future. I'm like Marty McFly. I jumped in a DeLorean, which are terrible cars. I jumped in a heavy ass DeLorean and probably broke down, but I still made it to 5 years from now. Here's the future of boxing. You have YouTubers fighting, and they're going to be like the face of boxing. They make so much money. And then you're also going to have really, really old MMA guys fighting. And then I'd go, do you know Evander Holyfield? And they go, yeah. I go, remember how great he was? They're like, yeah. Well, when he's 60, he's going to come out of retirement and he's going to fight a 40-something-year-old Vitor Belfort. And then also you're going to have Anderson Silva and Tito Ortiz in a legit boxing match as well. Oh, and then real quick, the former president of the United States is going to commentate it along with 50 Cent. You're like, dude, what the fuck? I'm like, that's what's happening. I've always had, and again, I'm not hating on this. I think there's a lane for it. Clearly there's a lane for it. And what Jake Paul and Logan Paul have done is, it's good. They're making a ton of money and they're getting a ton of fame from it. And they're bringing, light to, fighter pay. And, the guys who do fight them, even when they lose, they're getting the biggest bags they've ever got. So I support it. There's a lane for it and there's clearly a fan base for it. I'm all about it. This was the first time I've ever watched one of these quote unquote circus acts of a production. Trilla's just awful, right? It's fucking terrible. This is the first time I watched and went, oh, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. When Evander Holyfield got in there, and what I tell you guys, man, and this isn't me hating on Evander Holyfield, I was worried about his health and where he's at mentally because of all the years of getting hit in the head. And he's 60, dude. He's 60. He would have had a better shot fighting fucking Biden. It was like, it was insane. Dude, Evander Holyfield, the great Evander, the guy who beat Mike Tyson twice, the guy who fucking beat Riddick Bowe, that Evander Holyfield, that guy fell down throwing a left hook, fell almost out of the ring, just whiffed and just fucking, because he's 60, fucking fell through the ropes. That's where we're at, man. This is the first time I went, all right, it's gone too far. Someone needs to stop this. This is the reason California Athletic Commission didn't sanction this thing. It was tough to watch. This is the first fight. I guess maybe BJ, there's been BJ's last two in the UFC were pretty tough. It gets dicey, right? This was the first one where I honestly felt like, it's like when you buy diamonds and they're blood diamonds, you find they're blood diamonds, you're like, oh, this isn't good. You just don't feel great about it. I felt really bad that I contributed to the pay-per-view on Trilla, even though I didn't pay for it, but I did ask them to pay for it, so I kind of had a hand in it. There's blood on my hands. It's just Evander Holyfield, even though he's one of the greatest of all time, dude, there's a reason why guys don't fight in their 60s. It's just, there's a reason. It's not what the sport's meant to do, man. I don't give a fuck what supplements you're on or what workout regimen. And dude, he's in phenomenal shape for his age. Yeah, you're talking about one of the greatest athletes to ever do it. Of course he's gonna be in shape, but just mentally and the reaction time and his speed. He's 60. Ask your dad to shadow box right now. Ask your dad to fucking move around the ring and shadow box. Probably not gonna be very great, so it was tough to watch, man. This was the first one where I went, oh, this is too much. And it's not like Vitor landed like these huge blows or nothing like that. It was just like, Vitor, it was just looked like one of those World Star World Star hip hop videos where you just see like some bully beating the shit out of some like old dude. Like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with the world? That's how I felt with this. I was like, oh my God, who sanctioned this? California's like, not us. Florida went, bring it here. So that's what they did. And it was just tough to watch, man.